100 subscribers, y'all! So as mentioned in my vlog, my celebration video is going to be a lightning round. Review as many games as possible within the time frame of an average episode. Now, due to budgetary constraints, these games are going to be on the cheaper side, if not free to play already. So without any further stalling, let's get into this. Paladins, in a nutshell, is the poor man's Overwatch. Same concept, mostly the same characters, same loot box bullshit, same microtransaction bullshit, and yada yada, we've all seen Donkey's video. But it is fun. You're constantly moving, constantly blowing shit up, and having a good time doing so. Being that it's a team game, though, one might be prone to hurling their computer out the window. But fortunately, I didn't have to listen to any moronic prattle from my teammates, so either there are no comms, or everyone was a decent human being. Could go either way. But you know the worst thing I thought when playing the game? If I'm having this much fun with Paladins, maybe I should go ahead and buy Overwatch and be a part of the larger community. Dungeon Fighter Online. Think those old beat-em-ups like Double Dragon, but make them online. And thank Pepe the Frog I can use my controller. It's kind of a pain to map out with this game, but I'd say well worth it. Now, the thing about beat-em-ups is, while they may give you a bunch of awesome combos to learn our different characters with different weapons, they all play the same way in the end. Mash the basic attack button. I mean, if you're just trying to get through the levels, why take the extra effort to do a 50-hit combo that looks cool when I could mash out a 10-hit combo with one button? It's the same problems Musos like Dynasty Warriors have. Really fun in short bursts, but this title will get boring after an hour or two. I'd still say give it a go, though. It can be a pretty good time killer. The Cube Hotel is one of the worst things I've ever played. Now, I get with these types of puzzle games the idea is to make people think outside the box, so the dev probably huffed around 13 canisters of spray paint, but there's just a huge heap of numbers here. I get papers with masses of numbers, and I find things to punch them in, and it doesn't feel like I've solved a puzzle. It feels like I've run down a list until process of elimination hit the right answer. This may be petty, but the worst thing about the game is the art. Your main character is an anime girl, your background is photorealistic, you have pictures of real people in the background, your items are either Google images or crude shapes in paint. It clashes, to say the least. It's a contender for worst game of the year, stay away from it. Make America Great Again, the Trump Presidency is one of the meme games floating around, but god damn it, it was funny. It's also surprisingly deep. You have to manage your resources and manage world opinion of America, which, let me say as someone who has done a fair bit of traveling outside the country, is a challenge. I gave the Cube Hotel shit just now for looking like an amateur hour Newgrounds game, and while if I did some digging, I'm sure I'd be able to find all the assets on a website for sale, it all blends together nicely. So, it's like one of the higher quality Newgrounds games. But shit, I paid for Alien Hominid, I have no problem paying $3 for this one. I mean hell, the comment section alone on the store page is worth the price of entry. I'd grab this one by the pussy. Good ol' Stardew Valley. Why am I talking about one of the hit indie darlings of 2016 in something where I'm trying to be as brief as possible? Because the game doesn't have much going on. That isn't to say it isn't good, quite the contrary. What it just does really well. Of course, Harvest Moon also did those things really well too. It's a game that hits on that addiction part of the brain, and before you know it, you'll have triple digits worth of hours clocked in. It's very repetitive, but the good kind where you're seeing the fruits of your labor, not just grinding XP for 3 weeks to gain a level. It's a lot of fun, and Penny is the only wife worth getting. The rest of the women are the result of a morally corrupt town. I mean, come on. She grew up in a shitty trailer when everyone else has big fancy houses. Give her some dick. Sleeping Valley is a simple platformer that makes the claim you only get one life to complete the game in. This is a lie. There are several checkpoints, so whenever you die, you have to manually respawn at a checkpoint. This is just tedious. It's exactly as multiple live systems worked, you're just making me press continue. It also tells the player white stuff kills you. Again, this is untrue as the checkpoints are white. It's also really weird how the player character only faces right. Like if you go left, it just faces forward and moonwalks. Kinda lazy. But I gotta give the game credit, the color scheme worked to its advantage as I could clearly tell, barring checkpoints, what I could and could not interact with. It also let the players solve their own problems instead of an annoying box telling us what to do. So I was prepared to give the game a pass and say it's decent enough to justify the price, but then I hit the red level where shit flies around on screen and I found it impossible to beat. Or at the very least based completely on luck. Not sure if the lightspeed rocks are the result of a glitch in the physics or what, but I can't recommend the game to anyone. Fractured Space is a game a friend of mine recommended and I'm not entirely sure why. Basically, you're a huge, slow, lumbering spacecraft taking enemy stations. In general, this isn't my type of game, but I needed one more game to finish the lightning round, so here we go. This is one of those games requiring a mouse and keyboard as there are too many damn buttons to fit on a controller. As a newbie to keyboard control, this was overwhelming to me, but vets will be alright. I'm finding it hard to talk about this game, though. You fly around, you shoot stuff, you try not to get shot, you sit there and wait for a meter to fill up, and you take a station. It's super slow, though. Not my thing, but fuck it, it's free. 7 games total. Was that a good lightning round? I don't know, first try. Whatever. Sorry it took so long to come out with this, but there were a few games I was thinking of including that were so good I plan on giving them their own episode. Like this one right here. This is totally gonna get its own episode. It's really good. Again, thanks for the 100 subs and hope you liked the video. Next landmark I'm setting is gonna be 250 subs, I think. Please help out by sharing my vids you think are any good so we can hit that mark.